All right, we're back here on the 49ers Report. The Seahawks have just driven down the field to even up this game at 7-7. It was kind of a bang-bang play. DK Metcalf with his blue hair looking pretty solid, able to outstretch the football across the end zone. And with that, we are now tied back up 7-7. Sorry to everybody as we lost that stream, dealing with some technical difficulties here on the show. So we're kind of starting from scratch on a new stream. So help us out as much as you can. Like the video, share it, let your friends and family know that we're live here on the 49ers Report. We do apologize for those technical difficulties, but that's the beauty of broadcasting, especially going live, is sometimes you get to see all of the things behind the scenes as well. So we're back here on the channel, evened up at 7-7. I am going to tweet out a new link. Make sure you share this with some of your friends and some of your family members. We're tied up at 7-7 after the Seahawks just drove down the field to lock this game up at 7. Under 2 minutes left to go here in this first half. Niners offense now back on the field, going to take over at the 25. Garoppolo in the shotgun, pass to his right. It is complete to Deebo Samuel. Gain of several yards. Yeah. Going to be a 2-minute drill for the Niners offense. We've seen them have a lot of success here in these situations so far this year throughout the first 3+ games. We'll see if they'll be able to have more success here. 2nd and 2, minute 15 and counting. I formation. Garoppolo, hand off to Sermon. He gets the right edge. He'll pick up the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock. Garoppolo in the huddle, getting the play call from Kyle Shanahan. Clock stopped at a minute 7. 49ers right now at their own 38. Juszczyk goes to the left from the I formation. Garoppolo throws the ball into the ground as that play is wasted. Thanks to all of you for coming back into the show. We did have some technical difficulties and our stream died out, but we're back better than ever with the Niners driving. Play clock at 3, at 2. Garoppolo gets the play off. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Any flags flying? It was intended for Trent Sherfield, incomplete. That will bring up a 3rd and 10. I just tweeted out a new link after our stream died out, so hit me up at Chase_Senior. Retweet it, share it with your friends. Let's get that audience back to where it was when we had more than 1,600 people watching live. 3rd and 10, Garoppolo in the shotgun, scanning the field. Hits Juszczyk across the middle. He's going to fight for extra yardage, but he's going to be brought down about 3 to 4 yards short of that first down marker. Niners going to be forced to punt. While we were gone, Seahawks evened up the game at 7-7. Touchdown pass from Russell Wilson to DK Metcalf. And that's why we're evened up at 7 apiece. We'll see what Seattle does here. Are they going to run out the clock, or with less than a minute to go, are they going to try to get down the field and steal some points before halftime? There's 45 seconds left on this 4th and 2 punt from Mitch Wishnowsky. 224 people watching live right now. Share the video so that we can get back up to that number of 1,600 concurrent live before our stream shut out. Wishnowski, the punt is away. It's a good one. Around the 10. Fair caught fumble. Oh, Seahawks recover it back. That's unfortunate. Trent Sherfield almost there in the nick of time as Swain fumbled that punt on the fair catch to recover it, but Seattle does hop on top of it. Let's get the chat flowing again. Let's do a little who you got, Trace. Update that number too while you're at it. Let me know who you got. Type SEA for the Seahawks, SF for the Niners. Get those predictions in. Get that chat flowing. So we can get some peeps back in here to hang out on the Niners report. Ball on the 6 for Seattle. Backed up into their own territory. I'm sure they're going to run the clock out here and go into the locker room pretty happy that even though they've played awful football in this first half, it's still a tied ball game. It's the NFC West, one of the best rivalries in football. What do you expect? Game clock at 14. Play clock, not even an issue right now. Russell Wilson hands it off to Chris Carson. And with that, we will go into the locker room at halftime with this game between the Niners and the Seahawks locked up at 7 apiece. A couple of missed opportunities for San Francisco early. First offensive drive of the game, they went right down the field and scored a touchdown. Then the second drive of the game, Jimmy Garoppolo was intercepted and picked off by Seattle. That gave Seattle some momentum. Also in this first half, the Niners, with Mitch Wishnowski as the field goal kicker, missed a field goal. So the Niners failed to go up 10-0. And then right before the half, Seattle able to drive right down the field to tie this ball game up. Russell Wilson to DK Metcalf. And are you surprised that in one of the best divisional matchups, one of the best divisional rivalries in the NFL, we have a knockout drag-out brawl? If you watched our preview, you had heard me say this is going to be a very, very physical matchup. And it has been so far. Niners defense has feasted. They've been very good. But classic Russell Wilson on that drive to put up 7 before the half. It was really a big play downfield from Wilson to DK Metcalf on that play action, roll right, throw back across the field left. That's such a staple of what Russell Wilson likes to do. And that put the Seahawks in a position where they were able to put up 7 points. So it is halftime. Usually we take a little bit of a break here, but we're trying to get our audience back up after our stream died out with the technical difficulties. So I think we're going to stay live here throughout halftime. Type SEA for the Seahawks, SF for the Niners. Be sure to get those predictions in. We'll give you some shout-outs. Trace, whatever you have to do behind the scenes to get yourself back and ready, you can do that, and I'll just kind of talk. Let me know who you got. Type SEA for the Seahawks, SF for the Niners. Get those predictions in. I'll give you guys some shout-outs here. Retro, SF, Mick E, SF, Matt Solomon, what up, man? Going with Seattle. Rick Bennett with the $5 super chat. We'll pop that up on the screen here in just a bit. We have 2 super chats to get to, actually. 60 likes. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Venom, Niners. Milford Reed, Niners. Frederico Murillo, SF. Lisa Lavave, SF. Keisha Burks, riding with the Niners. Harold Gibble, Niners. Jeffrey Darrow, SF, duh. Dwight Dixon, riding with the Niner gang. Roddy Cal, SF for sure. Bluey Tard, Niners. The Maxwell family, San Francisco. Abdul Sadiq, SF. $5 super chat coming in from Dave in the Desert. Checking the super chat in the new stream. Thank you, my guy. Because of that $5 super chat, I will take a sip of beer. Update that sub count if you can. Go onto the dashboard if you need to. Update those sub numbers. Also, you might have to throw my Twitter picture in on the super chat menu. Thank you, Dave in the Desert, for that $5 super chat. Another one did come in. We'll get to that here in just a bit. Do a little like driver here. If you're ready for this second half, make sure you like the video, hit that thumbs up icon. We were at like 1,700 people watching live before our stream died out. I really want to get back to that because that's very, very valuable for the channel. So continue to comment as much as you can. Like the video. What it does is it lets everybody else out there know that we are live here on the channel, and maybe we can get that view count up once again before our stream died out, which is very unfortunate. But we're still kicking it. It is halftime. Seahawks and Niners tied up at 7 apiece. Elsewhere across the NFL, Green Bay up on the Steelers 14-10. Some shockers across the league as well. The Giants beat the Saints 27-21 in overtime. Justin Fields played pretty well in a Chicago win over the Lions. Not much of a surprise that Green Bay and the Steelers locked in a close one, 14-10 Packers. David Montgomery looked to get hurt in that Bears game. You had Washington coming back late to take down the Atlanta Falcons. Big one for me because I had Washington winning that game +1, which was pretty clutch for my bets today. Mike Walsky, in the chat. Jamie Bryant. I have faith. Come on, Niners, from Janet Hendricks. For those watching right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel. 41,400 subscribers. Appreciate all of you for making the 49ers Report a part of your day, and appreciate all of you for kicking it here with us. Baby Ward saying, we should be up by 40. Go 49ers. Not by 40. They should be up by at least 10. There's no question. They blew a couple of opportunities early in this game. I'll give you some halftime stats here. We're just kind of hanging out during halftime. Chiefs beat the Eagles 42-30. Baltimore is up on Denver 14-7. Cincinnati, obviously on Thursday night, beat the Jags 24-21. Washington beats Atlanta 34-30. Buffalo blanked the Texans 40-0. Chicago beat Detroit 24-14. Dallas beat Carolina 36-28. That's the Panthers' first loss of the season. Indianapolis beating Miami 27-17 for their first win of the year. Cleveland did beat Minnesota 14-7. The Jets beat the Titans 27-24. What a shocker there. I actually had the Jets +7.5, so I'm happy with that. Giants over the Saints in OT. It was a Saquon Barkley touchdown run as the difference in that one. Here's our Super Chat menu. We'll get to some of those Super Chats that have come in, but here's our Super Chat menu right now. $1 Super Chat, I'll give you a shout out. $5 Super Chat, that's a beer cheers. $10 Super Chat, that's a beer chug. $20 Super Chat, producer Trace is going to take a shot. He could probably use a couple of those. $50 Super Chat, Trace will do a beer bong, and I'll shotgun a beer right now if we get a $50 Super Chat. I'm saying it right here. $50 Super Chat, I will shotgun a beer. I have a Bud Light ready to rock. Who's going to be the one? Let's go. $5 Super Chat coming in from Joe Shanyo. Much love from New York. San Francisco has been my team since I was 6. I'm 42 now. So that means 36 years of being a ride or die Niner fan for Joe Shanyo. Really appreciate you, my guy, for not only supporting the Niners, but supporting us here on the channel. Is that the only Super Chat? There was one that came in from Rick Bennett I want to give a shout out to as well. I'll verbalize it if not. Rick, I saw your super chat. I'm trying to pop that up here. Joe Shania, that's the one we just popped up. Thank you for that $5 super. And then Rick Bennett, $5 super chat. He said, can an Eagles fan live vicariously through this stream? Bad game again for Philly. They did go down against the Chiefs 42-30, but the offense took some steps forward. I thought Jalen Hurts played pretty well, but that defense for Philly has been bad. So, Rick, thank you for that $5 super chat, man. Really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you're new here, yeah, we do watch parties like this one, but also free daily videos, live shows every single Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. When breaking news happens, we're able to give you a video within the hour. We're informative, also entertaining. So hit that subscribe button down below. 41,400 people have subscribed to the channel so far. That makes us the largest 49ers News and Rumors channel on YouTube. Really, we're only in second place behind the team account for San Francisco, which obviously is tough to beat because everybody should be subscribed to the Niners YouTube channel as a team. Let's get the chat flowing once again, though, during halftime. Shout out your city. Let me know where you're watching. We have people in Dublin. We have people Ireland, England, Hawaii, New York, Pennsylvania. People are in every pocket of the United States, but also all across the globe. As you get your cities in, and I'll give you some shout-outs here in just a bit, I'll give you a little halftime stat update, a little peek into the box score. Jimmy Garoppolo, 14 of 23, 165 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He's been sacked once. Trey Sermon has looked pretty good, toting the rock out of the backfield. 11 carries, 49 yards. Deebo Samuel continues his trajectory of being one of the better wide receivers in the league, especially from a yak perspective. 4 carries, 49 yards. George Kittle has 4 for 40. He did get bent back up, though, on his knee. That's something that we'll continue to monitor. Ross Dwelly, a touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo that went for 21 yards. That's the lone touchdown for San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, 2 catches, for 17 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 1 for 15 as they continue to implement him into the offense. Russell Wilson, after a really slow start, 7 of 10 for 76 yards and a tutty. DK Metcalf, 2 catches for 40, the long one being 28 yards. He did catch a 12-yard touchdown pass from Russell Wilson, and that is the Seahawks' lone touchdown today. Little team stats. First downs. This is why the Niners should be up in this game. 12 first downs in the first half to Seattle's 3. That's really unacceptable. Passing first downs, 8 to Seattle's 3. Running first downs, 4 to 0. That's why the Niners are just playing with fire in this ball game. They had an opportunity to go up 10-0. Mitch Wishnowsky missed the field goal. And when you allow a well-coached team led by Russell Wilson to stick around a little bit, they're going to take advantage of those miscues and those opportunities if you just let them hang around. And that's what San Francisco has done in this first half. You're playing with fire. If you turn the football over, which the Niners already have, and you miss on scoring opportunities like the Niners did in that first half. I'm just updating my stats because after the game, we'll be doing a post-game show. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Make sure you tune in for our post-game video. We'll be posting that up on the channel within a few minutes of this game ending. Let's do some shout-outs here first. Shout-out, let me know where you guys are watching from. Sacktown from Flower K. Wurzburg, Germany from Mises Lee. Fresno, California from Michael James. Corona, California from Google. 2110, Monique Hamilton saying the Niners are going to win. Long Island, New York from Brian Vetter. Germany from Mises Lee. Honolulu, Hawaii. Riverside, California from Aaron Cunningham. Yeah, Jamie Bryant, thanks for letting the people know. We experienced some technical difficulties, but the good news is we were at like 1,700 people watching live at that time. We're back up to 500. So continue to like the video, comment, share. Let's get back to that number. I'd greatly appreciate it. Jimmy Dia saying, what's up, 702. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Chase_senior. I have tweeted out a couple of the big plays from the Niners first half, and I've been giving some shout outs to those who have given me a retweet. You can find all those videos at Chase_senior. Niners, they're going to start the second half with the ball. We're about to be back in action. Give them a who you got real quick, Trace, and then we got to do a magic spoon after that. So Niners offense on the field, ball on the 25, and guess who's in to start the half? Trey Lance is on the field to start the half for the Niners. He's in the shotgun. Juszczyk to his right, little pistol formation. Lance, handoff to Trey Sermon, springs free, up to the 40, brought down after a gain of many. Trey Lance is staying on the field. I got to tweet this out. Trey Lance is going to stay on the field. I'm not sure if Jimmy Garoppolo has been benched or if Trey Lance is in for a specific package. But he's in for the second consecutive game. Lance in the shotgun. Handoff again. And up the middle, another successful play. Once again, it's Trey Sermon who picks up about 5. I'm thinking Lance might stay on the field. Third consecutive play for Trey Lance. 2nd and 3. Handoff. This time to Jaquiz Patrick. He is stopped for a loss of about 1. So that will bring up about a 3rd and 4. I just tweeted out that Trey Lance is on the field starting. I'm also hearing that Jimmy Garoppolo is out with a calf injury. So Trey Lance on a 3rd and 4. He's going to get tested here for the first time in his NFL career. It's a quarterback option. He keeps it, goes up the middle, and he's stopped after a gain of about 1 or 2. That will bring up a 4th down. Will Kyle Shanahan go for it? They're just shy of midfield. There was some daylight quickly, but then Trey Lance got bottled up. Fourth and 3, Niners punting. Wishnowski gets the punt away. It drops at about the 15 and will be downed at about the 15. So Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense will come back on the field after the commercial break. Let's do a magic spoon here. All right, today's presenting sponsor, it is Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is the tastiest and healthiest cereal out there on the market for several reasons. They use clean ingredients, and per bowl, per serving, this is really just awesome. Every time you take down a bowl of Magic Spoon cereal, it's under 200 calories. It's loaded with 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, only 4 grams of net carbs, and you can get $5 off your purchase by going to magicspoon.com/49ers report. That link is in the description of this video, and I'm going to also throw it in the live chat. Adam Schefter tweeting, Jimmy Garoppolo has a calf injury, and that is why Trey Lance started the second half. So we're keeping you up to date with everything going on right now. Let me put that link for Magic Spoon into the chat as people continue to pile in after our technical difficulty where our stream died out. Glad that other people are coming back. Kick the power cord out. $5 off Magic Spoon. I just threw that link into the comment section right now. We're back up to about 700 people watching live. Before we died out, we were around 1,700 live, so let's try to get back to that number. Like the video, share it with your friends and family, and let them know we're killing the game here on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. Nobody does what we do. Those are just facts. So Jimmy Garoppolo out of the game because of a calf injury. That's why Trey Lance started the third quarter, and Kyle Shanahan was very, very conservative with Trey Lance to start that half. 3 straight runs, and on a 3rd and short, it was a read option. Trey Lance carry right up the middle. Daniel Brunskill got blown off the ball, missed his block, and now the Seahawks have it at the 16-yard line. Play action from Russell Wilson. He'll roll right. He's got room to run, and he will run. He'll pick up about 11 or 12 yards. Seahawks move the chains. First and 10 for Seattle. 49ers did get the ball to start the half. They went 3 and out. Wilson under center. Lockett in motion. Give goes to Carson. He has nowhere to go. Emmanuel Mosley comes up for the stop. Able to stop Carson for a loss of about 1. We have Germany, we have Hawaii, we have Puerto Rico, every pocket of the United States. Everybody's in here for this watch party in the second half. 7-7 ball game, 2nd and 11 for Seattle. After a brutal start to this game, they've really picked it up. Wilson in the gun. Carson to his right. 3 receiver set. Swing pass to Carson. Marcel Harris had an opportunity to bring him down for a loss of 3. Carson makes a miss, and he picks up almost 1. That makes it a 3rd and 10. Big down here for the Niners. Type your 3s in the comment section. Type your 3s. Follow suit. Type your 3s in the chat. That's what I'm doing right now. 3rd and 10. Big sequence for this Niners defense. They had an incredible first quarter. Waned in the second quarter, though. Wilson by himself in the shotgun. Drops back. Niners send pressure. Wilson pass. Deep downfield. He's got a man. Pass broken up. Broken up. It's Emmanuel Mosley. He continues to play stellar football today. DK Metcalf had him beat by about a step, but good close-in speed by Emmanuel Mosley to break that ball up. Punt away from Seattle. We'll see who the quarterback is going to be for the Niners. They'll take over at around their 5. Trey Lance is coming back onto the field. Let's do a sub read here, Trace. Around 900 people watching live. Our stream earlier did die out. We had around 1,700 people watching live at the moment. We're trying to get back up to that number. I have a good feeling we can get there, Niner gang. If you want the best 49ers coverage on the internet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are the largest 49ers news and rumors channel out there on YouTube. A big reason for that, audience interaction, free daily videos. We hit you with the latest 49ers news and rumors, breaking news anytime it happens. We have you covered with a video within the hour, so hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get to 42,000 subscribers today. We're 600 away. If you want the best 49ers coverage on the entire internet, hey, it's pretty simple. Just hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 people watching live. Here we go. Cheers to that. We have surpassed 200 likes on our new stream. Every 200 likes, I take a shot, so I'm going to do that right now, but also I got to take a sip of beer. Show them the Super Chat menu, please. Every 200 likes, I take a shot of Fireball, and here's also how you can get a guaranteed shout out and really support the show. So every 200 likes, I take a shot of Fireball, which is what I'm pouring up right now, but also this is our Super Chat menu. $1 Super Chat, I give you a shout out. $5 Super Chat, that's a beer cheers. $10 Super Chat, that's a beer chug. $20 Super Chat, producer Trace will take a shot of Fireball. And for a $50 Super Chat, he will do a beer bong. And if we get a $50 Super Chat right now, I'll shotgun a beer because I'm not scared. Cheers to getting over 200 likes. Let's hope that brings the Niners good mojo and good juju. Had a couple of Super Chats come in. Let's pop those up, Trace. $2 Super Chat just came in from Paul. He didn't even say anything. He's just supporting the show. Another one came in as well. Aaron Cunningham with a $2 Super Chat. He gave us emoji. Just a fist bump. Appreciate you, my guy. Another Super Chat coming in. We'll give you a shout out here in just a second. Mopar on the budget. My guy, thank you so much for the $1 Super Chat. Give you a shout out. My man, I appreciate you. More than 1,000 people watching live. Trey Lance is on the field for the Niners. Jimmy Garoppolo is out with a calf injury. Not sure if he's going to return or not. So Kyle Shanahan now calling the shots for his rookie quarterback, who the Niners exhausted draft capital for and moved up to pick number 3 to take. I had made the argument all week here on the channel. It was time to play Trey Lance at the very least a little bit more to make this offense a little bit more dynamic. The officials are gathering right now. I'm not sure about what. They're going to replay the down on 4th down, and the Seahawks are going to punt again because the guy who downed the football inside the 10, he went out of bounds and was the first one to touch it. That is illegal. Another Super Chat just came in. We'll pop that up here in just a sec. And I'll continue to drink to that. $2 Super Chat from Turbo Civic and Focus Gang. I see, looks like he's putting a lot of money into that Civic. It's looking fresh with that picture there. Thank you for the $2 Super Chat. So Seattle will repunt now. 5 minutes gone in this third quarter. It will be a 4th and 15. We'll see if the Niners get better field position here, because if they didn't decline that penalty, they would have taken over inside the 10. Ayuk back to receive the punt. And already They're going to get about 10 to 15 yards more than what they had if that penalty did not happen, which is great news for San Francisco. Stan Ferris saying Jimmy G is a backup at heart. What up? Jimmy G got hurt from Google. Chilo XXL in the chat. Jimmy is trash from Plus Exotics. Let's go Trey from Mick E. Let's go from the _MMC squad. Let's go. Trey Lance is on the field because Jimmy Garoppolo is out right now with the calf injury. Not sure if he's going to return. 1,100 people watching live right now. Continue to like the video. Every 200 likes, I take a shot of Fireball. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now for the best 49ers coverage on the internet. Trey Lance under center. It's going to be a play action, rollout, throw at the feet of George Kittle. That looked awful. Bad throw by Trey Lance. George Kittle had a little bit of space, but Trey Lance threw it at his feet. Second and 10 now. I see we're up to 281 likes. Good work there from the Niner gang. Also, get your predictions in our live poll. Who you got? 49ers, Seahawks, 82% going with San Francisco. I formation, Trey Lance under center. He did a lot of this at North Dakota State. Handoff goes to Sermon. He's able to pick up a big chunk off the left side. Good patience there from Trey Sermon. Picks up about 6 or 7. That'll result in a 3rd and short. 9:39 and counting. 3rd and 4 to be exact. Kyle Shanahan dialing up a play for Trey Lance. He's thrown 1 time so far. He is 0 for 1. Threw it at the feet of George Kittle on a quarterback rollout. More super chats coming in. We'll get to those here in just a bit. Lance in the gun. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top. Lance, pass to his right, behind and high for Deebo Samuel. So already you're seeing some inaccuracy from Trey Lance, which isn't much of a surprise for me. It was an in-breaking route from Deebo. Would have been a very tight throw, but I think Trey Lance is dealing with some jitters. And because of that, his accuracy has waned. 99-cent super chat coming in from Kayla Blackwell. Shout out to you for that. $5 super chat coming in from Paul. Fort Collins, Colorado is where he's tuned in from. Been a fan of the Niners since the first Super Bowl win. Love to see it. Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, a.k.a. Joe Cool. Punt. Received. Seahawks going to get some good field position out to the 35. Got to tie my shoe because I'm stepping on my shoelace here. Look at that flexibility. We're in a commercial break right now. You can super chat us to be featured on our new stream. We're already up to $27 in super chats. 1,200 plus people watching live right now. 308 likes. If we get to 400, I take a shot of Fireball. Let me test the people. Can we get to 400 likes, which is 90 more, in the next minute? The clock is on, baby. Let's ride. We're in a commercial break, so you're not missing anything right now. Another super chat coming in. We'll get to that here in just a bit. 400 likes, and I will take a shot of Fireball. We have to do it in the next 45 seconds now. The clock is on. I'm testing the faithful. I'm testing the Niner Empire. I'm testing the Niner gang to see if you guys can answer the call. 1,200 people watching live right now. We got 30 seconds left to get 50 likes. Now we're at 353. We're at 25 seconds. 364. We're at 20 seconds. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Once we get to 400, I take a shot. We're at 378 with 12 seconds left. We have 11 more to get to. 10, 9, bang, we got it. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Appreciate you guys. That's honestly massive because our first stream died out earlier. And when you like the video, when you comment, it basically tells everybody else on YouTube that we're doing a 49ers watch party. So thank you so much for help getting us back, because we have 1,700 people watching live at the time before our stream died out. We're at 1,200 right now, so we're back, baby. We're back. Trey Lance's plan hasn't looked good at all. Niners defense has struggled over the last couple of drives, but there's still an opportunity to win this football game. $5 super chat coming in from Aaron Foster. After and a half weeks of the season, you mean 3.5? Which NFC foe do we need to fear the most? Seattle, Rams, or Arizona? So you're saying NFC West foe. I think the Rams with Matthew Stafford are very legit. I mean, Arizona is playing really well. At last check, they were leading the Rams. Let me pull that game up. It is... It's 24-13, Arizona on the road at SoFi. That's really impressive. So to answer that question, you have to beware of all teams in the NFC West. Russell Wilson back on the field, play action, deep pass downfield. It is caught and complete. Tyler Lockett making a sliding catch, and now the Seahawks are in 49ers territory. It was Drake Kirkpatrick on the tackle, playing his first game for San Francisco after getting signed a couple weeks ago. Pretty smart for Russell Wilson to target him in coverage. Wilson back to the line quickly. He has Chris Carson to his left because Brashad Penny not playing today. Give goes to Carson. Fred Warner tackles him after a gain of about 5 or 6. More super chats coming in. We'll continue to get to those as much as possible. If we get a $50 super chat, I will shotgun a beer. Guaranteed. Have this one ready to rock. It's a Bud Light. It's easy to take down, and it's room temp. $3 super chat from Marty Overson. Thank you, my guy. Sending an emoji. We are not able to see what emoji that is. Something with the Post-it note, but thank you so much for supporting the show. Really appreciate that. 2nd and 4 for Seattle. Wilson under center, 2 receiver set. Handoff goes to Carson. He'll pick up a first down and move the chains and pick up about 4 or 5 more yards after that. I'm going to chug my beer with those super chats. It was a Wilson give to Carson. He started left, broke it back right to pick up the first down. Seattle now at the 49ers 33. Wilson under center again. Fake pitch. Pass to DK Metcalf. Breaks the tackle. It's going to be close to another first down. Niners had him bottled up for a loss of 2, but DK Metcalf is just a different physical specimen. Who was in on it? It was Emmanuel Mosley, who's played terrific today, but he missed the tackle there in the backfield. And it's not easy to tackle DK Metcalf. He kind of caught that ball from Wilson, shifted right, able to evade Mosley's tackle. Give up the gut, another first down for Seattle. Niners defense getting worn down just a bit. Type stop in the comment section right now. We need a stop. Need a stop. Force 3. Alexander Collins with the first down there for Seattle. And when the Seahawks get in the red zone, which they are right now, they convert 83% of the time. That's top 10 in the NFL. Quick pass to Wilson's right to Lockett. He is tackled immediately by Drake Kirkpatrick. Those dreads are flowing. Looks like Richard Sherman. We'll see if he can be that type of player. Probably not, but we can all be hopeful. 2nd and 8. So that pass to Lockett goes for a gain of 2. Wilson audibles at the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 14. That's not a concern. He goes back up to the line. He's in the shotgun. He has Collins to his right. Bunch formation. Wilson takes the snap. Pressure. He evades to his left. Javon Kinlaw running him down. Wilson is going to get to the pylon, and he scores a touchdown. What a play by Russell Wilson. Javon Kinlaw was breathing down his neck. Looks as though he's injured after he dove after Russell Wilson, so that's something we will monitor as well. Russell Wilson broke contain. Pressure was coming. Wilson able to escape to his left. Javon Kinlaw dove after his ankles. And if it's a non-contact injury, it's obviously not good, but that was just Kinlaw diving after Russell Wilson, and he's down and injured. We'll get you updates on that. Looks as though he's cramping because he's getting stretched out. So Seattle has taken a 13-7 lead, barring the extra point. And this is why I said earlier on that if you're San Francisco, your first offensive drive, you go right down the field, you score a touchdown, and then a Jimmy Garoppolo interception happens, a missed field goal happens, you miss an opportunity to at least go up 10-0. And what do you do in doing that? You keep a team around like the Seahawks, coming off back-to-back losses. This is a must-win game for them. You can't blow those opportunities to put points on the board. And that's what San Francisco has done in this game. And that's why they're now down 14-7. We did surpass 400 likes, so I got to take a shot of Fireball. We have more than 1,300 people watching live right now. A lot of you are subscribed. That's why you're tuned in. And for those of you who are loyal 49ers Report viewers, we greatly appreciate you. But we're always trying to add to the faithful family. And we've been able to add to the faithful family because we're an interactive YouTube channel that encourages audience interaction. We love hearing your thoughts, opinions about San Francisco 49ers, but also our content is top-notch. Free daily videos, latest news and rumors. When breaking news goes down, the people who are subscribed, the real ones know, we have you covered with a video within the hour. Live shows every Tuesday with mailbags included where I answer all of your questions. Plus, we hit the latest 49ers news and rumors every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. And also, we do watch parties like this. And we'll be doing watch parties all throughout the entire season. We've had 60, 70,000 people join us throughout the day during some of our watch parties so far this year. This one has been a raging success as well. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so and support what we do here. Free videos on the daily. And nobody's doing what we're doing here on the channel because nobody is as entertaining and informative or quick as us. Shot for the Niner gang because we got past 400 likes. Every 200 likes, I take a shot of Fireball. We're 100 likes away from 600. We're in a commercial break from Santa Clara. Jimmy Garoppolo has missed the last 2 drives with a calf injury. Trey Lance has been on the field, but has not completed a pass yet. Hasn't looked good. His accuracy, not there. 7-play, 66-yard drive for Seattle to go up 14-7. Niners are in need of a score to even this ball game up at 14 apiece. Let's do a who you got. Kick from Seattle is fumbled by Trenton Cannon. And because of... Oh, he fumbles again! And the Seahawks recover. Absolutely brutal. Trenton Cannon fumbled the initial kickoff, picked it up, gained a couple of yards, and then fumbled the football again. We're going to have to see if he was touched down or if he was down. But if he recovered his own fumble and then fumbled it again, even if his elbow or his knee was down, that could be Seattle football. Miscues killing this team. Cannon botched the kickoff, picked it up, tried to pick up a couple of yards, and he did fumble the football. That's going to be a fumble. Type F in the chat. Yep, that's going to be a fumble. Seattle's going to take over at, I think, the 10. 10 or the 15-yard line, depending on where they spot this. Type F in the chat. That's just brutal. 2 turnovers to none. That's how you lose games. Against a desperate team coming off back-to-back L's, can't turn the football over twice and miss field goals. Just can't happen. Wilson will take over at the 14 to be exact. Under center. Carry goes to Carson. He'll get stopped after a gain of about 1. Looking at the live poll right now, 1,423 votes live. Who you got? 77% going with the Niners. That might dip down, though, after these turnovers. Second and 9. Niners defense needs to force a field goal here. Already down 14-7. Wilson in the shotgun. Play action. Oh, he's almost sacked, but he gets away. Pass into the end zone is caught. What a play by Russell Wilson. Completes the touchdown to Freddie Swain. Niners sent the blitz. They had defenders at Russell Wilson's ankles. He's able to spin out of it, roll to his right, and complete the pass to Freddie Swain. What a play by Russell Wilson. Seahawks go up 21-7. I mean, it was one of those. It was a slow developing play for Seattle. Little play action. Wilson spun out of the tackle and then rolled right, made a great throw to Freddie Swain. Wow. You just got to give it up to the greats. And that's a great play as the Seahawks capitalize on the Cannon fumbled kickoff return. Type F. Not good. Not good at all. I'm seeing James Spicer in my DMs, dang old Dougal in my DMs as well, asking what happened to the stream. We had some technical difficulties earlier. That's why our stream died out. Appreciate all of you for showing some concern there. But we are back. Man, you turn the football over a couple times, you miss a field goal, you allow Russell Wilson and the Seahawks to hang around, they're going to burn you. And that's what Seattle has done. If you want to see that Russell Wilson touchdown throw to Freddie Swain and just the ridiculousness of it, I just tweeted it out at Chase_Senior. Trey Sermon with the carry. He's been a bright spot today. Gains about 7 right up the gut. That'll bring up a 2nd and short. Trey Lance is still in the game for Jimmy Garoppolo, who is out with a calf injury. He's 0 for 2, hasn't completed a pass yet. 2nd and 3, 3:48 in the third. Pistol formation. Lance in the gun. Handoff to Trey Sermon. He'll get close to picking up a first down. Depends on where the spot is. He'll be about a half yard short. Kyle Shanahan has really not called anything aggressive for Trey Lance. This is now his third drive with the Niners offense. Third and 1. No running back in the backfield. I think this is going to be a give right up the middle for Lance. Finds some room. He's able to pick it up. Juszczyk came in motion. He basically served as a swing blocker. Looking at the replay here, I'm not even sure if he affected anything. He kind of got a block on the edge, but that was more Lance making a play happen. So you're now looking down a scenario where you have a rookie quarterback who is raw, not ready to play, because if he was ready to play, Kyle Shanahan would have played him already, who's in the game for Jimmy Garoppolo, who's down with the calf strain, and you're down 21-7 against the Seahawks. At home. Lance, pass downfield. It's caught by Deebo Samuel. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Broken play. It was ugly, but it's a score. First career touchdown pass for Trey Lance as he links up with Deebo Samuel. And it goes for 76 yards. Miscommunication in the secondary between Jamal Adams and the other DBs. All Trey Lance had to do was drop it right in the bucket to a standstill Deebo Samuel. He did the rest. It was ugly, but it doesn't matter because it's 21-14. Update that scoreboard. It's a touchdown for San Francisco. Type TD in the comment section because the Niners are once again on the board. Let's go. 76-yard touchdown pass from Trey Lance to Deebo Samuel. Niners are going to go for 2. Lance in the gun, false start. That's rough. False start. There was some pre-snap motion, and that play was just awful from the jump. Now, that can be because of Trey Lance's cadence. That could be just because a player jumped too early. I got to see a replay to see, but Mitch Wishnowsky, who was kicking, who is the punter, was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. NFC Special Teams Player of the Month is kicking field goals today. He already missed one. Now he's going to come on for an extra point. And he misses it. Oh my gosh. So now it's 21-13. My gosh, dude. Add that to the blunders. Jimmy Garoppolo pick. Trenton Cannon fumble. Mitch Wishnowsky missed field goal. Mitch Wishnowsky missed extra point. I mean, it's just, you cannot shoot yourself in the foot. It's 21-13. We'll get that scoreboard updated. Just take it off if you need to. So Trey Lance throws his first career touchdown, 76 yards on a broken play in that Seattle secondary as they had a complete breakdown. It goes down for a 4-play, 89-yard drive in 2 minutes, 16 seconds. We're not sure what the Robbie Gould injury is. That's why Mitch Wishnowsky, the punter, is kicking field goals, but it has cost the Niners 4 points. So right now, Trenton Cannon fumble led to 7 points for Seattle. Mitch Wishnowsky missed a field goal earlier to put the Niners potentially up 10-0. That's 3 more points, and he missed an extra point. That's 11 points. And look at the score. It's 21-13. Ridiculous. I understand injuries happen, but ridiculous. Looks like it's a groin injury for Robbie Gould. That's why Mitch Wishnowsky is kicking. Seahawks take over at the 35. Wilson over the middle to Hamilton. Picks up a couple. For Niner fans who are also San Francisco Giants fans, they have won the division with an 11-4 win over the San Diego Padres. And the New York Yankees are also in the playoffs. I think Aaron Judge might have hit a walk-off. Not positive, though. Obviously, I'm tuned into this game here. 2nd and 4, Seattle at the 41. Wilson in the shotgun. Closed formation. Give up the middle. We'll pick up a first down for Seattle. It's Collins on the give. Russell Wilson, after a slow start, now 14-18, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Another handoff up the middle, and once again, to Collins, it's a gain of about 5. And if I misspoke, calling that Trey Lance's first career touchdown pass earlier, it's actually his second because he had that one to Trent Sherfield in week 1. So that's Lance's second career touchdown pass. Yeah. He had a rushing touchdown last week, a passing touchdown this week, and a passing touchdown in week 1. If you go to my Twitter page, @Chase_senior, you can see Trey Lance's second career touchdown pass. It went for 76 yards to Deebo Samuel. Complete breakdown in the Seattle secondary. It is his third total touchdown of his career. He had a rushing touchdown last week on Sunday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. He threw for his first touchdown in week 1 in his professional debut against the Detroit Lions. If you go to my Twitter page, @Chase_senior, that handle at the bottom of your screen, you can see how that play developed. It was just a breakdown in the Seattle back end. And if you give me a retweet, I'll be sure to give you a shout out. 1,800 people watching live right now. Give me a retweet if you want to see Trey Lance's second career passing touchdown. It's on my Twitter page, @Chase_senior. Head there, give it a retweet. I'll give you a shout out. Give me a follow as well. I cover the NFL, the 49ers, and NBA here at Chat Sports, and I like to think I'm somewhat of an entertaining follow. I'm looking at my mentions here. Husky Dino, Damian Sullivan, Kimberly Carter, Bozoso77, and Stone with the retweets. Thank you so much to everybody for doing that. Let's pop up the Super Chat menu, Trace, and then we'll do a little sub-read as well. Here's our Super Chat menu. For those of you tuning in, we greatly appreciate you making the 49ers Report a part of your day. 1,800 people watching live right now. Our original stream died out earlier, so for us to get back to this number, it warms my heart. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. Our Super Chat menu, we like to have fun here. $1 Super Chat, I give you a shout out. $5 Super Chat, that's a beer cheers. $10 Super Chat, beer chug. $20 Super Chat, producer Trace takes a shot. And for a $50 Super Chat, he will do a beer bong and I will shotgun a beer. Get those Super Chats in. Russell Wilson's pass to his right on 2nd and long to DK Metcalf, incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 6. We do have a $2 Super Chat coming in, or no? Is that from before? Okay, $2 Super Chat from Mopar on the budget. My man, thank you so much. Let's go, Trey. That's your shout out, and I'm going to crack a beer here, going with the Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Type your threes in the comment section. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for Seattle, just past midfield at the 49ers 49. Russell Wilson is going to call a timeout. Let's do a sub-read, Trace. If you want the best 49ers coverage on the internet, free daily videos, live shows every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, breaking news, watch parties like this one where we've had 60 to 70,000 people join us for some of these games, hit that subscribe button down below if you want entertaining and informative Niners coverage. We are the biggest and best 49ers News and Rumors channel on the entire internet. The only channel bigger than us, it's the 49ers team account. So hit that subscribe button down below if you want the most unique coverage out there. Also, once we get to 600 likes, I'll take another shot of Fireball. We also have to do a Magic Spoon read here. Let's do it after this 3rd down, Trace, depending on what happens. 3 seconds into this 4th quarter, 14:57 on the clock to be precise. 3rd and 6 for Seattle at the 49ers 49. Need a stop here. Type your threes. Wilson takes the snap. He has pressure. He's going to loft it downfield. Pass beyond the reach of DK Metcalf. Flag on the field. What is it going to be? Is it going to be called on San Francisco? Offsides on the 49ers. Absolutely brutal. Offsides on D Ford. He knows all about that. 4 penalties for 30 yards for San Francisco, and that one comes at an inopportune time. So that makes it a 3rd and 1. Brutal, brutal penalty. Especially with where this game is and the field position right now. With Seattle on the Niners side of the field. 3rd and 1. It could be 4-down territory for Seattle because Trey Lance, he's the quarterback for the Niners right now. 3rd and 1. Wilson, handoff to Carson. He's going to pick it up. He's going to pick it up. That'll be a Seattle 1st down. Yeah. Shout out to today's sponsor, Magic Spoon, for powering today's 49ers Report watch party right here on the channel. You can get powered up with Magic Spoon cereal by going to magicspoon.com/49ers Report. When you're there, you get $5 off your checkout. Per bowl, per serving, under 200 calories, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, only 4 grams of net carbs. Get hooked up with the best, tastiest, most delicious cereal out there on the market right now. Russell Wilson, pass complete to his tight end. It's Disley. He'll only pick up about 1. So 2nd and long. Second and 8 to be exact. Russell Wilson audibling at the line of scrimmage. Fred Warner countering for the Niners defense. Handoff, goes for a loss. Big stop by Azeez Al-Shaair and Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa set the edge. Azeez Al-Shahir able to come up from the linebacking spot to make the stop on Collins. 3rd and long for Seattle. Don't jump off sides now, D. Ford. You cost the Chiefs a Super Bowl appearance by doing that. 3rd and 10. Seattle at the 49ers 41. 4-receiver set. Lone tailback. Wilson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pass rushes on. Lofts it deep downfield. Tyler Lockett dives for it. Penalty. Oh my gosh. Penalty on Dre Kirkpatrick. Brutal call. Pass was uncatchable. I think at least it's going to be on Dre Kirkpatrick. And it is. Ticky-tack call. One-on-one coverage between Lockett and Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick barely touched him. If anything, they got their feet tangled. And that's not a penalty. He slightly got his shoulder, and the officials are going to call it, but that is such a soft call in this situation given what's at stake. So now Seattle, ball inside the 20 at the 18, handoff to Collins. He'll pick up a few. Gain of about 3, 4, maybe even 5. Seattle's doing what they want to do here as the clock continues to tick. Wilson is reorganizing the scheme and the play design. He's under center. Collins, the lone tailback. Wilson still under center after an audible. He checks it. Run to Collins. Makes a couple guys miss. And he flips into the end zone for a Seattle touchdown. Alexander Collins takes it to the crib. Seattle back up by 2 touchdowns. Nice audible at the line of scrimmage by Russell Wilson. He had seen what the Niners were doing defensively. I think he might have changed the play twice at the line, and Collins was basically untouched as he flipped into the end zone. He is a very powerful back, but he showed some shiftiness there as well. 27-13 without the extra point. Extra point is up and good. Seattle goes up 28-13. 12:07 left. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, is out for the remainder of the game because Trey Lance is playing and Garoppolo has a hat on. Garoppolo's hurt again. What do you know? Commercial break right now. Let's do a who you got. Let's get the comment section flowing once again. Type SCA for the Seahawks. Type SF for the 49ers. I'll give you guys some shout outs for those of you who retweeted what I had put out there with Trey Lance's touchdown. Shout out to Chance Mahoney, My So-Called Pop Culture Life, James Spicer, Andre, Steven, Astromatic, Miguel, Husco, Damian, Kimberly, Bizarro, and Stone. One quote tweet from #1 Kittle fan at Kittle Facts. He quote tweeted and said, "Still not sure how he got that wide open. There was a breakdown and miscommunication between Jamal Adams and whoever was supposed to be behind him." SCA for the Seahawks, SF for the Niners at the 28-13 ball game. Not looking good for San Francisco. 1,900 people watching live right now, and our live poll, 71% with the 49ers. More than 2,200 votes. We got past 600 likes, so because of that, I'm going to take a shot because every 200 likes I take a shot, and because the Niners are down big, so I have to drink. Commercial break from Santa Clara, so you're not missing anything right now. Just not a good development for the 49ers. Man, you know the Niners are desperate when they have Deebo Samuel back to return a kick. Flag on the play as well. We'll see what it is. Holding on San Francisco. .12:02 left, and nothing like Trey Lance having his work cut out for him than trying to come back against Russell Wilson at home, down by 15 points. Trent Williams was out for a bit because of cramping, but he's back. Got an IV. He's got some tape around his elbow here, so that just signals IV. Bunch formation to the left, use check in motion. Lance, hand off to Sermon. They've been good on the ground, but they're going to have to pass because the clock is not on their side. Second and 7 after a 3-yard gain for Sermon. 18 rushes for 88 yards for Sermon. Lance in the gun. RPO. Pass batted down. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Third and 7, Lance really going to get tested here. We'll see what the Seattle defense wants to do. They have a loaded box. Lance might face the blitz. They rush 4, drop everybody else back. Lance is going to step up, and he's going to get sacked. He got pressured right away and just didn't process the game quick enough. Niners are going to be forced to punt. They showed blitz and then dropped guys back, so it disguised coverage, and there really wasn't anybody open. Lance looked confused too on top of that. Punt away from Wisnowski, and Seattle's going to get the ball at midfield because they were deep into their own territory. Bordering on disaster for San Francisco. 1 touchdown away from this really becoming a blowout. So now Russell Wilson and the Seattle offense will take over around midfield. And they're really just going to try to milk the clock, I would imagine. Nope, Wilson, play action, drops back, throws the ball out of bounds. Was he outside of the tackle box? If not, that could be intentional grounding. They're not going to call it. Elsewhere across the NFL, Packers go up 27-10 on Pittsburgh. 2nd and 10. Play is whistled dead. Penalty will be on Seattle. Delay a game. Quick pass to Swain on a 2nd and 15. Are you hearing me, Trace? Hopefully my mic is back. So, quick pass to Swain on a 2nd and 15. He picks up 5. That will bring up a 3rd and 10. Third and 10. Niners desperately need a stop. Seattle at midfield. Wilson rolls left. Oh, pass too high for Swain. And I thought Emmanuel Mosley was going to be able to have a beat on it to try to come up with an interception, but the ball got tipped out of bounds. It was a high misfire and a rare misfire from Russell Wilson. So that will result in a 4th and 10. The door still open for San Francisco. Mohamed Sanu is back to receive the punt. Michael Dixon, one of the better punters in the league. He's an expert at the coffin corner. Will punt it down around the 3. It trickles into the end zone. That'll be a touchback for Trey Lance and the Niners offense. Let's do another magic spoon here, Trace. So today's watch party between the Seahawks and the 49ers is made possible today thanks to our friends at Magic Spoon. If you want to power up with the most protein-packed cereal out there that also uses clean ingredients, Magic Spoon is your answer, and you can get $5 off your purchase by going to magicspoon.com/49ers report. That link is in the description of this video. I'm also throwing it in the live chat. Per serving and per bowl, under 200 calories, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 grams of net carbs. If you want a cheat code, a late night snack, you put cocoa, roll it up into some peanut butter, put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. It's just fire. But I also love the peanut butter flavor. I love fruity. I love frosted. I had maple waffle a couple weeks ago, which was very, very sweet. All of these flavors are guaranteed to rock your taste buds. And here's the thing, guaranteed money back if you don't enjoy the cereal from Magic Spoon. So one more time, $5 off using that link at the bottom of your screen. It's magicspoon.com/49ers report. I'm putting that link in the live chat right now. We're in a commercial break from Levi's Stadium. When we come back, punt for Seattle went into the end zone for a touchback, so Trey Lance and the offense will take over. If you're just joining us, Jimmy Garoppolo out with the calf strain. So Trey Lance and the offense, they're going to take over. Lance, 1 of 4, 76 yards. That lone completion, 76-yard touchdown to Deebo Samuel. Read option. Lance has the pocket breakdown. He's going to try to extend. He'll pick up a few with his legs as he escapes right. I'm not sure if he had trouble processing the defense or if nobody was open, but he was back there for a while. Good pass protection. Second and 7 after the gain of 3 from Lance. 9:04 and counting. Lance sends Juszczyk in motion. Another RPO. Once again, he's looking, firing, pass, hits Trent Sherfield in between the numbers, and he drops it. You just can't have these mistakes against a desperate team who always plays you well and very physical. Was that pass tipped? It was, but Sherfield's got to come up with it. Bobby Wagner, really good play, ranging to his left. That's one of the highest paid linebackers, making a great play, but you got to find a way to counter that and make a play for yourself. 3rd and 7, 8:52 left with that stop clock after the incompletion. 28-13. Niners offense has been anemic outside of one big play in the second half. Ayuk in motion. Play clock at 1, and it expires. This is a rookie-led offense right now. Delay a game. So, loss of 5. Okay, Kyle Shanahan got his timeout in. That's San Francisco's first timeout, which isn't ideal because the clock isn't on your side and you need timeouts. Still 3rd and 7, 8:52 remaining. Trey Lance in the huddle. He's now 1 of 5 for 76 yards. Lance takes a shotgun snap. Pass rush is on. He's going to step up, try to create. He'll gain about 6, but it's not going to be enough. Jamal Adams comes up from the safety spot to make the stop. And I'm pretty sure the 49ers are going to punt the ball away again. Jamal Adams tried to light him up there. Welcome to the NFL, Rook. 1,900 people watching live right now. Let's do a subscribe read. I know the 49ers are down right now, but here on the channel, we do bring you the best, most complete, most informative, and entertaining 49ers coverage on the internet. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that red subscribe button down below. Complete coverage, free daily videos, live shows every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. We do watch parties like this, which have been a raging success. This channel launched a few years ago. I took it over back in April after the NFL draft, and already we're at 41,000 subscribers and counting. Something to monitor here, Trent Williams hurt, holding his elbow or his wrist, which isn't ideal. He's going to come off the field, and I think the Niners are going to go for it here on a 4th and 1. So Jalen Moore, the rookie 5th-round pick out of Western Michigan, in right now. Lance under center, 4th and 1, play action, roll left. He's going to make a man miss. Pass complete to Deebo Samuel. Pick up the first down and more. Niners to their own 40. Little play action, roll left. Trey Lance obviously wanted to throw it. He was under center, and as he rolled left, there was a defender in his face, so he stepped up. Bought some time and then dumped it off to Deebo Samuel for the first down. That is the playmaking ability that Trey Lance brings to the table that Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't. Type your ones for the first down. Lance, hand off to Sermon. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd and 9. Lance under Alex Mack. Play action. Steps up. Escapes to his right. Sense the pressure. Pass downfield. It's batted away. Man, this Niners offense really can't do anything with Trey Lance right now. Credit to the Seahawks defense for locking down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Lance in the shotgun, 3rd and 9. He's pressured once again. He's within the pocket. He's going to step up. He's going to take off, and he'll dive down short of the first down marker. Trey, stay on your feet just a couple more yards. He smacked himself in the helmet because he knows he dove down too early. 4th and 2. This is pretty much the ball game here. Lance had time to pick up a couple more yards. There were defenders right on his back, but he dove down short of the sticks. And you're just looking at a player who doesn't look like he's ready to play. That's really it. Fourth and 2. This could be the ball game, folks. There is a Seahawks injury, so we do have a break in action. Trent Williams is being carted off the field right now. Yeah, those saying Lance is a bust, it's just way too early to say that. Does he look ready to play? Not necessarily. 4th and 2. Niners are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. It just came a couple plays ago. Lance, handoff to Deebo Samuel. He has no room, and he's going to get stopped short. It was a jet sweep. A jet sweep on a 4th and 1. That just goes to show you don't trust your quarterback there. Jet sweep, Lance, handoff to Deebo Samuel, and there were just white jerseys all over him to stop him short. He tried to create as much as he could, but Brooks got in around his ankles, and they stopped him about a yard short. Wilson, handoff, will go for no gain up the middle, but as we approach the 6-minute mark here in this 4th quarter, time is not on the Niners' side right now. We will be doing a post-game show after this. We'll be putting that video up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe and join us. It won't be a fun one to talk about, but we do need to talk about it. It'll be my therapy session. Allow it for you to be your therapy session as well. 2nd and 10, all the Seahawks are going to do is really just bleed the clock. More first downs, the better. As they matriculate down the field, they just want to waste time. Handoff to Carson. Azeez Al-Shahir makes the tackle after a gain of maybe 1. Trey looks like a rookie. Yes, he does. That one coming in from Fur. Seahawks suck from Alex. Our season is over from fur. Way too early for that. Third and 9. Wilson in the gun. He'll hand it off. There's some daylight. Niners defense able to swarm toward the ball carrier. I'm not sure who it was. It was Homer. And that will result in a 4th and short for Seattle. Pete Carroll deciding whether or not to go for it. Kyle Shanahan has used his second timeout to stop it at 4:39. So he's trying to conserve as much clock as he can. One more like away from 700. I got to drink a beer. That's for damn sure. Big 4th down decision for Pete Carroll. He's going to punt. So Michael Dixon will come on to punt. Mohamed Sanu back to receive. Dixon will get the punt off at about the 46. And it'll go into the end zone. An excellent punt from Dixon, who's probably the best punter in the league. Maybe you make the argument it's Mitch Wishnowsky because he was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month, but he is very good with those coffin corner kicks. It will be a touchback, though, so the Niners will take over at the 20. .430 left in this 4th quarter. Lance is going to come back on the field. He really hasn't done much outside of a 76-yard touchdown to Deebo Samuel, but it's not like he made a great read or a great throw. There was a breakdown in the Seahawks secondary, so Deebo is just wide open. Lance in the gun, takes the snap, looks left, looks center. He's pressured. He's going to step up. Pass to Brandon Ayuk, incomplete, but there is a flag. Could be a hold in the secondary. I think it's either going to be that or a pass interference. Lance on a 1st and 10. Pass to his right to Kyle Juszczyk. He's going to pick up a huge chunk on a 1st and 10. Gain of about 15. Juszczyk was in motion, went out into the flat. Lance put it right on him, and he picked up 15. Niners offense on the move, but they need a lot here. Desperation territory for San Francisco, down by 15. Lance, dump off to Juszczyk. Once again, another big gainer, this time for 10 on the dot. Juszczyk with a little hurdle, just past the 1st down marker. Niners going no huddle here. Lance takes the snap, looks left, he's pressured, he's going to step up in the pocket, he's going to run it. Gain of about 6. Now the Seahawks are playing a lot of prevent defense, so take the Niners' offensive drive here with a little grain of salt, but Lance is making some plays happen. 2nd and 4. Lance, almost sacked, evades a rusher, gives it up to Mohamed Sanu. Sanu to the 35, dives down to about the 31. Another 1st down for San Francisco. Good play by Lance. It was probably a 5 to 7 step drop. Set his feet, had pressure on both sides, stepped up, made a throw to Sanu on the dump off. There is a break in action as I think Diggs might be down for Seattle. No, it's Carlos Dunlap. Couldn't get a read of it at first. Dunlap, a pretty big acquisition for Seattle this offseason. Down right now, which is actually a good luxury for the 49ers fans and for the 49ers team and offense, because it allows them to kind of gather their breath as they were going no huddle here to try to scheme up the next couple of plays because they only have one timeout with 3:21 left. I'm looking at the Dunlap injury. He swiped at Trey Lance with his left hand. And it looks to be a lower body injury, but he is walking off under his own power. Almost 1,800 people watching live right now. If you want the best 49ers coverage on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are the largest 49ers news and rumors channel on YouTube. We're trying to get to 42,000 subscribers today. First and 10 after Dunlap comes off the field. Ken Norton Jr. trying to scheme something up without Dunlap defensively as the DC for Seattle. Ball on the Seattle 32. Sanu comes in motion. 3 receiver set. Lone tailback. Lance takes the snap. He's going to look downfield. Runs to his right. He's going to sprint and take off and pick up the first down. It depends on the spot, but the Zebras will give him the first down. Flag on the play. What's it going to be? Probably holding, and it is. On San Francisco, negate the play, so they'll back up. It was Mike McGlinchey on the hold. So 1st and 20 now. Lance's line up to 5 of 10 for a $125, a touchdown, no picks. We're 52 likes away from me doing another fireball shot. Let's get to 800 likes. Lance in the gun. Pass deep downfield. It is incomplete. Intended for Deebo Samuel. Diggs with the breakup. Good PBU by him. He had a good beat on that play. Little zone coverage for Seattle. Deebo thought he slipped behind some of that zone coverage. Lance fired it in there, but Diggs got there maybe a tick early, but you're not going to call that on a bang-bang play. 2nd and 20. Niners back at the 41 now. They were just at the 33. Lance pass to his right, complete, diving catch for Deebo Samuel at the 30. 2:45 and ticking. Niners down by 15. It's a 3rd and 8. Lance fires to his left to Mohamed Sanu. He'll be short about 2 yards. So that will bring up a 4th and a couple. Another big 4th down call for Lance, Kyle Shanahan, and this Niners offense. Lance bobbles the snap. He's going to take it himself. He's going to pick it up, but there's another flag. I think it's going to be a false start, which is just absolutely killer. It's just brutal. I mean, on a 4th and 1, it was a delay of game, and now it gets bumped back to a 4th and 6. Lance was trying to audible. Alex Mack knew the play clock situation. He snapped it. It hit Lance in the chest. He caught it, but he didn't understand the game clock situation. And that has been a problem for Lance in preseason training camp, and it's made its way onto the game field here in his first extended action at quarterback. 4th and 6 now. Kyle Shanahan's fired up. Play clock at 5. Got to get the snap off. Play clock at 2. Lance does get the snap off. Fires over the middle. It's going to be a 1st down again to Mohamed Sanu. Underneath route. Right up the hash. Good ball by Lance to put it on him. Seattle continuing to play some prevent defense. That's going to bring up the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning, you're looking at a situation where the Niners have to score a quick touchdown, get an onside kick, and still score another touchdown, and there has to be a 2-point conversion at some point within that. So, win probability, it is fully with Seattle right now. 17 likes away from me taking another shot of Fireball. 2,000 people watching live right now. Today's show is presented to you by our friends at Magic Spoon. If you want the best, healthiest, most protein-packed cereal out there on the market today, you can get $5 off your checkout, magicspoon.com/49ers report. Per bowl and per serving, under 200 calories, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, only 4 grams of net carbs. I'm going to throw that link for $5 off your purchase into the live chat right now. And here's the deal. I guarantee you, all of these flavors are guaranteed to rock your taste buds, but there is a money-back guarantee. So if you don't like it, you can send it back and get your money back. I just threw that link into the chat. I'll throw it in there a couple more times because we have around 2,000 people watching live, and that chat is flowing right now. We surpassed 800 likes, so I'll pour up another shot of Fireball. Every 200 likes, I take a shot. Cheers to y'all. We're in a commercial break. 2-minute warning. Niners down 28-13. They are staring dead in the eye at an uphill battle to try to win this game. You need a touchdown, an onside kick, another touchdown, and a 2-point conversion mixed in. Very, very tough doing for the Niners as they're about to fall to 2-2 on the season, barring a miracle. For those of you tuned in right now, we will be doing a 49ers post-game show. We'll put that up on the channel within minutes of this final game coming to a close. So subscribe, turn on those notifications. We'll push out that video right after kickoff. Who you got? Let me know. Type SCA for the Seahawks. Type SF for the Niners. If you're going with the Niners, I appreciate the positivity. This half, the Seahawks and Niners have both run 29 plays offensively. Seahawks have 21 points. 49ers, 6. 1st and 10 now for San Francisco. 2-minute warning. They're at the 21-yard line, knocking on the doorstep of the red zone. Lance, he's already thrown for a touchdown. He needs another one. Pass. He's going to throw it away over the head of George Kittle, but he threw it away because the pass rush was on. Second and 10 now. Minute 55 left. Jalen Moore in the game right now because Trent Williams is out with an elbow injury. That is official from the team. 2nd and 10. Lance takes the snap. Pass over the middle. It is almost caught by George Kittle in the end zone, but he got popped, and that dislodged the ball. Jamal Adams playing really well today. We know that he's a physical safety, able to dislodge the ball from the grasp of George Kittle. It was a nice throw down the seam from Trey Lance. He had Kittle, but Adams with the stick. You needed a quick touchdown there because time is not on your side, and Kittle got popped. 3rd and 10 now. Juszczyk in motion. He's out wide. You never want a fullback lining up his wide receiver. Lance's throw to Debo, well over his head. That will now result in a 4th and 10. So this is the game right here. If I'm Seattle, I'm sending the blitz because Lance has looked lost against pressure. He's not processing the game quick enough. Lance has backs to his right and his left, takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. He's going to try to pick it up with his legs. and he's going to do so. Slides down to about the 8. Kyle Shanahan has one timeout left. Is he going to call it? They're going to go no huddle here. Need a quick score. First and goal from the 8 after Lance picked up the first down with his legs. Seattle defender now cramping, and that's good for San Francisco. You don't have to call a timeout, and it stops the clock. Lance dropped back. Dunlap gave him pressure. He stepped up, thought about going right, stepped up center again, and picked up the first down. That is the dynamic ability that he brings to the table, much more so than Jimmy Garoppolo. But again, in terms of processing, Lance has been slow to process. More than 2,000 people watching live right now. 49ers trying to mount an epic comeback down by 15. It's first and goal from the 8 after Lance was able to spring free with his legs on a 3rd and 10 to pick up the first down. He's done a decent job of sensing pressure around him and maneuvering within the pocket. I do like his pocket movement, but in terms of going through his reads, he's been a little bit slow, and his accuracy has been all over the place. And those were really the two concerns for Trey Lance coming out of North Dakota State. He attempted just a little bit more than 300 passes throughout his college career at the FBS level. And his mechanics at the college level needed to be worked on, which has been a big focus for Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel and this entire staff, Rich Scangarello as well. Yep. First and goal from the 8. Lance by himself in the backfield. Swing pass to Deebo Samuel. Make a couple of guys miss. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So a swing pass that went east to west along the line of scrimmage. Deebo Samuel caught it. He had to fight really hard for the remaining 8 yards. He did so. Niners score. They're now down 28-19. I think what you do here is you go for the extra point to make it an 8-point game, because if you don't convert on the 2-point conversion, you're still down by 9 and it doesn't do anything for you. So I would go for the extra point here to make it an 8-point game to at least give yourself a shot. But they're going to go for 2. Lance has Juszczyk flanked to his right. He's going to take the snap. He'll go up the middle, and he gets it. Trey Lance, 2-point attempt, is good. So now San Francisco is down by 7. They don't have Robbie Gould, their normal kicker. Mitch Wishnowsky has been kicking field goals and kickoffs today. He already missed a field goal. He missed an extra point. That's 4 points on the board. And now he's going to have to attempt the onside kick. Not what you want. That's what I know. Type LFG if you think the Niners can come back. Get pumped up. LFG in the comments section. Let's hope they can recover this onside kick and still have one timeout left and a minute 20 after the kick, maybe a minute 10 to try to punch the ball into the end zone again. Today, Deebo Samuel, 8 grabs, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He continues his ascent as one of the best wide receivers in the NFL this year. So your normal punter, Mitch Wishnowsky, is going to attempt the first onside kick for San Francisco this season. Hans' team is out for Seattle. You need to recover this to have any chance. You only have one timeout left. So Seattle can waste the clock, and they're going to call a timeout to look at the Niners formation here. 2,100 people watching live right now. Let me know who you got. Type SEA for the Seahawks. Type SF for the Niners. I see Yever Cleaver in the chat. I see Cynthia Garola. Swap MC throwing in the red and gold hearts, showing love for the Niner gang. Sir Max-a-Lot, we will avenge this loss. Frank saying Lance will be good. He's shown some things. need to recover this onside kick, and if they do, I'm going to go wild. This is it. This is the game. Mitch Wishnowsky coming out of the Seattle timeout. He is set for the onside kick. It's going to trickle. Seattle's going to cover it, and it wasn't even close. The kick went about 15 yards. It glanced off a Seattle player, but no Niners were in that area, and it's hard to blame Mitch Wishnowsky because he is the punter, and he probably rarely attempts these things. But Seattle recovers, and the Niners are going to fall to 2-2 on the year. Unless San Francisco can force some type of turnover here, they only have one timeout left. So after they waste that timeout, Seattle's going to be able to kneel it out. Big win for Seattle. You kind of had a feeling they weren't going to lose 3 games in a row. And they didn't. Partly because of the magic from Russell Wilson. San Francisco isn't even going to call a timeout. And we're just going to slowly watch this clock bleed. Let's do one more sub-read, Trace. So we entered the day with 41,200 subscribers. We now have 41,700. So 500 subscribers gained today. That's a success for us. It wasn't a success for the Niners on the field. But at 2-2, a winnable game next week on Sunday Night Football against the Indianapolis Colts. Then they have a bye week in Week 6. But thank you to all of you who tuned in throughout the day. Thank you to all of you who subscribed. And if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed and you like what you've seen today, make sure you do hit that red subscribe button because we bring you the latest 49ers news and rumors on the daily. Free daily videos, live shows every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. We do watch parties like this as well. When breaking news happens, we have you covered within the hour, and it is officially final. Seahawks go down, or 49ers go down to the Seahawks, 28-21. Both teams now at 2-2, and I'll get you updated as to the score from SoFi, because at last check, the Cardinals were up on the Rams. They won. So the Cardinals are now 4-1, or 4-0, excuse me. The Rams are 3-1, and you have the 49ers and the Seahawks both at 2-2, and in 2 weeks, 2 games, I should say, because the Niners have a bye week in Week 6, Niners are going to be taking on the Cardinals. So that's going to be a massive, massive game. I see some Seahawks fans are in the chat right now. They're letting 49er fans know, yeah, we got to hang that L. And we do. We got to hang that L. $44 in super chats, 878 likes, 1,600 people watching live right now. Grade the 49ers performance against the Seahawks for me, A, B, C, D, or F. Be sure to get those votes in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think of the 49ers performance, and we'll be sure to give you some shout-outs here. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the 49ers performance against Seattle. T.O. going with D. Chris just typing L. Kyle is a losing coach from Gold Towel. DeRay, B. Sam Young, D. Bert Salazar, D. Tyler Kravitz, C. Hunter Atwood, D. Noah GQ Pena, what up, brother? Going with C. Glaxting, C. JJ, S. Not sure what that means. Slug TV, D. Marshawn, Matt, y'all in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of C's and D's. It is really a C and D performance from the 49ers. I'm not going to say F because, I mean, you really have to just get blown out or play awful for an F. But it was a C or D performance. Are we doing this right now? Or are we doing post-game show right now? Okay, cool. All right, so for those of you watching right now, we're going to do a post-game show here on the channel. So stay tuned for that, and let this kind of be your therapy session as we kind of vent out and break down this game as a whole. Post-game show coming your way on the 49ers Report. Let me just get a sip of water and recharge here for a sec. But stay tuned and don't go anywhere for a 49ers post-game show. Post-game show coming in just a second. We're just getting set on our end. Gotcha. I'll probably just hold it anyway, but... 49ers post-game show coming at you here in just a second. We're getting set on our end. As soon as producer Trace tells me that we're ready to go, we will start our 49ers post-game show. So keep it locked as we break down this loss really at full. I'm going to give you kind of my keys to the game, run through some of these performances, and give you my thoughts. All of that coming your way right now on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. You're watching the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. Today's post-game show following this loss to the Seattle Seahawks is presented to you by our friends at Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping on the best men's grooming products out there on the market right now. If you go to manscaped.com/49ers, that link is in the description of this video. Let's break this loss down for San Francisco as they fall to 2-2 on the campaign, going down to Seattle 28-21. Back-to-back weeks where you face all-time great quarterbacks in Russell Wilson as well as Aaron Rodgers. And for San Francisco, this is a defense in the secondary with a lot of holes. And when you go up against elite quarterbacks, you are going to be exploited. You are going to be exposed against some of those great quarterbacks. And after a slow start for that Seahawks offense, they were really able to get it together over time and find some holes within that 49ers defense, and they were able to make some big plays. But the biggest takeaway from this game from the San Francisco side of things is all of the plethora of miscues that the 49ers made throughout the tenure of the ball game. And you can't afford to make countless mistakes against a team coming off back-to-back losses in desperation territory like Seattle was in a game at home. And the crazy thing is, you're in front of the fans at LEVI Stadium where the 49ers have now lost 6 consecutive games inside the unfriendly confines of LEVI Stadium. Before we continue to break this game down, this is what I want you to do, Niner gang. Let this video, let this post-game show be a therapy session for all of you. We're looking at back-to-back losses with this football team right now. Give me your one-word reaction to today's game. For me, it's pretty easy what my one-word reaction is. It is so frustrating to see a team that has one of the premier offensive coaches in the National Football League with Kyle Shanahan. There is high-end talent, offensively and defensively, littered across this roster, make massive mistakes in a game that you really had to have, especially in a gauntlet of a division in the NFC West, where every single week is critical. Especially considering when you look at the landscape of the NFC West, you see the Cardinals go on the road at SoFi Stadium against the Rams and come through with a win, and now you're tied for last place with the Seahawks at 2-2 in this division. I talk about some of those mistakes. You can't have these against a Russell Wilson-led team, against a team coming off back-to-back losses in probably the most physical rivalry across the NFL. Early on, you had a Mitch Wishnowsky missed field goal. He was the place kicker today because Robbie Gould was out with a groin injury. So that's 3 points right there. Trenton Cannon on a kick return fumbled the football twice, gave it up to Seattle. They score a touchdown. That's 7 points, 10 combined points right there. Then later on, Wishnowsky misses an extra point. That's 11 combined points. And you can't do that against Russell Wilson. You had an opportunity early in this game after Jimmy Garoppolo led the offense down the field on their first offensive possession to score 7 points, to go up 10, to take a commanding lead over the Seahawks and really establish momentum over a Seahawks offense that didn't do jack shit up to that point. But when you let Russell Wilson hang around, he's going to come back, and he's going to make you pay for those mistakes. We do have some 49ers injuries to get to. Trey Lance played the entire second half as the quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's offense because Jimmy Garoppolo did not return after halftime, dealing with a calf injury. Now, we are recording this right after the final buzzer of Seahawks 49ers. The initial diagnosis right now is a calf injury. As soon as we discover more about Garoppolo's injury, we will be sure to keep you updated. Right now, we know it is a calf injury for Jimmy Garoppolo. Also late in this game, Jalen Moore, the rookie fifth-round pick offensive tackle out of Western Michigan, had to replace Trent Williams because Trent Williams went out with an elbow injury. Not sure the severity of that injury for Trent Williams, who is the highest-paid left tackle in the NFL, but he did get carted off the field. Trent Williams, during the course of this ballgame, also had to leave at one point because he was cramping, got an IV, came back, but then injured his elbow late. It was one of those weird plays where it kind of looked like an elbow overextension. Don't want to kind of guess on what that injury is, but he was in a lot of pain, and Trent Williams, not with the 49ers at the end of this ballgame, had to get carted off with that elbow injury. Let's get to Trey Lance now as well, who played really just okay. He was very sporadic throughout this ball game. Finished the day 9 of 18 for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of the touchdowns he threw was to Deebo Samuel. It went for 76 yards. It's not like he dropped a dime in the bucket. It was a complete miscommunication on the back end between Jamal Adams and another member in that secondary, which allowed Deebo Samuel to be wide open, and Lance just had to put the ball on him. But for me, Lance played better as the game progressed, but he didn't look like a guy who's ready to be the starting quarterback for a playoff-ready squad. And I know I said throughout the week on the channel, I want to see Trey Lance play more because I think he adds a different dynamic to this offense. He makes them less predictable. He makes them more explosive because of his ability to run the football and pass it. His arm strength, his running ability, his athleticism is simply something that he possesses that Jimmy Garoppolo does not. But it became very, very clear that Lance is not ready to play as the starter, slow to go through his progressions. His accuracy was really, really sporadic. That's something to monitor moving forward as Jimmy Garoppolo, who obviously deals with a lot of health issues, isn't able to go next week. As for Russell Wilson, able to carve up this secondary at moments throughout this game, finishes the day with a stat line that doesn't jump off the page at you. 16 to 23, 149 yards with 3 total touchdowns. Really, though, it was classic vintage Russell Wilson, where there were a bunch of back-breaking plays, rollouts on busted coverages that went for large chunks. There was a touchdown pass that he made to Swain, where it looked as though he was going to get bottled up, twisted out of the sack, rolled right, and threw a ridiculous pass. How many times as Niner fans have we seen Russell Wilson make plays like that? That is what he did against the 49ers in desperation territory to come through with a massive, massive win. Back-to-back weeks against great quarterbacks. That's what you saw for this Niners defense. They made some strides from last week against the Green Bay Packers, where there were coverage breakdowns throughout the entire night. They were much better against Seattle. But Seattle, from a passing attack standpoint, isn't what the Packers are. But what you saw, Aaron Rodgers, 37 seconds left last week, drives the team right down the field, game-winning field goal at the buzzer. In big situations, Russell Wilson rising up to the occasion to come through to make plays for his team in a must-win situation. How concerned are you with the Niners right now sitting even at 2-2 through 4 games, going into Sunday Night Football next week against the Indianapolis Colts? Scale it for me in the comment section down below from 1 to 10. 1 being not concerned at all, 10 being very concerned. Get those votes in right now. Today's 49ers Report is powered to you and powered by our friends at Manscaped. These are the best men's grooming products out there on the market today, and they are the official men's grooming product sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers, and you can get 20% off and free shipping by using that link, manscaped.com/49ers, and entering the promo code 49ers. If you use the brand new Lawnmower 4.0, which has 4 interchangeable blades, a battery life that lasts forever, a light so that you can see what you're doing downstairs, on your chest, on your back. It is the complete and best men's grooming product tool, and you can get 20% off and free shipping by simply plugging in that link, manscaped.com/49ers. Enter that promo code 49ers for that deal on the best men's grooming products out there. I'll be sure to put that link in the description as well as the comment section of this video. We continue to move forward during this 49ers postgame show, and I really just want to hit quickly on some of my other nuggets that I had jotted down here. Deebo Samuel continues his ascension as one of the best playmaking wide receivers in the league. 2 more touchdowns today. He is the Yak King, 8 receptions for 156 yards. I thought he was really, really good. Had that 76-yard touchdown play from Trey Lance, which was really broken coverage on the back end for Seattle. But Deebo Samuel, throughout the first 4 weeks of the season, has been one of the best wide receivers in the game. Trey Sermon, rookie third-round pick out of Ohio State, got his second consecutive start in place of Elijah Mitchell, who missed his second consecutive game with that shoulder injury. He was good. He ran with power. He ran with focus. He identified holes very, very quickly, and he ran with some authority, and that's what you look for from a third-round pick. 19 carries for 89 yards. You're finally seeing, I think, the game slowed down for Trey Sermon. It certainly did so today for the third-round pick out of Ohio State. Grade the 49ers' performance against the Seattle Seahawks for me in the comment section right now. A, B, C, D, or F. It's certainly not an A. It's definitely not a B. I might go C-, maybe even D. There is nothing more that frustrates me than just making avoidable mistakes and shooting yourself in the foot, especially against a desperate team. And that's what the Niners did this week. They did that at times last week. You can't have it because that's how losses start to pile up. Some good news to take away, in addition from Deebo, in addition to Trey Sermon. It's been the play of Nick Bosa, who came forward with his 4th sack today, as well as Dee Ford. 2 sacks, both of which came in the first half, 3 tackles on the day, 1 tackle for loss. If you're looking for positive signs as we continue to move forward, it's been the play of Dee Ford coming off the neck and back injuries, as well as Nick Bosa coming off the torn ACL. I have made it known that this secondary is in a problematic situation. Drake Kirkpatrick had to play today a lot of snaps. He was unsigned a few weeks ago for a reason. Emmanuel Mosley played all-star football today. Credit to him. But this Niners secondary is very, very thin. But if Dee Ford, as well as Nick Bosa, can generate some pressure on the quarterback and get some type of pass rush going and not allow opposing quarterbacks to pick them apart through the air, that kind of covers up for the lack of depth in that secondary. So Nick Bosa, Dee Ford, positive signs coming out of this game as they continue to wreak havoc coming off the edge. To round all of this out, during our post-game show, 49ers go to 2-2 on the season through 4 weeks, going down to the Seattle Seahawks 28-21. Trey Lance played extended action for his first time, coming in for Jimmy Garoppolo, who went down with the strained calf. Niners just made way too many mistakes to win this ball game today, and that's why they're going home with an L, dropping their 5th consecutive game at LEVI Stadium. Before I get out of here, do want to pose this question for you. Who do you blame most for the 49ers loss? Drop me a name, drop me some names in the comment section down below. Again, let this be your therapy session to just kind of vent here in the comment section. And before we get out of here, during our live watch party, we reached almost 42,000 subscribers. We're a few hundred away, but we were able to welcome in about 500 new people on the 49ers Report to the channel. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below for the best 49ers coverage here on YouTube. All right, as we're still live here, who do you blame most for the 49ers loss? Jonathan going with Kyle. D-Money going with Kyle Shanahan. Marshawn saying Kyle Shanahan as well. The offense from Alfredo. Mitch Wishnowski from Niento Gaming. Kyle is the reason. Horrible coaching from Larry Copeland. Kyle Shanahan from Michael Medley. Adam Perry saying
Keep it locked
Jimmy
as we break down this loss.
D-Money. Really at full. I'm going to give you kind of my keys to
Kyle
the game.
Shanahan,
Run through some of these performances.
thank you for the
and give you my
therapy
thoughts.
session, Chase,
all of
from
that coming
Gaming
your
with
way
Nate
right now
25.
on the 49ers
Thank you to
Report
all
by
of you
Chat
for
Sports.
continuing
to tune in and letting me kind of vent out my frustrations and my analysis. 49ers female organization from the Seahawks. Get out of here with that. Kyle in the O-line from Aztec Pride X3. King Voss saying Jed Dork. Thanks to all of you for getting those names in the comment section down below. We're about to head out of here in just a few moments. Appreciate all of you who did tune in today. Bad loss for San Francisco because of the countless mistakes that they made throughout this ball game. EBC saying the secondary is most to blame. Also saying Dre Kirkpatrick, go Seahawks from Taj Hibbard. Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson was doing some vintage Russell Wilson stuff out there. We about to dip out of here? All right. To all of you who tuned in throughout the day, thank you so much. For those of you who haven't subscribed and are still tuned in, I mean, why'd you wait around this long if you haven't subscribed? So subscribe to the channel right now for the best 49ers coverage on the internet that is both informative and entertaining. I'm about to dip out of here. I can't wait to watch Buccaneers Patriots on Sunday Night Football. I'm about to upload our 49ers postgame show, so if you're just tuning in and haven't tuned into that and didn't see it, it's coming up here in just a bit. You're watching the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. Today's post-game show following this loss to the Seattle Seahawks is presented to you by our friends at Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping on the best men's grooming products out there on the market right now. If you go to manscaped.com/49ers, that link is in the description of this video. Let's break this loss down for San Francisco as they fall to 2-2 on the campaign, going down to Seattle 28-21. Back-to-back weeks where you face all-time great quarterbacks in Russell Wilson as well as Aaron Rodgers. And for San Francisco, this is a defense in the secondary with a lot of holes. And when you go up against elite quarterbacks, you are going to be exploited. You are going to be exposed against some of those great quarterbacks. And after a slow start for that Seahawks offense, they were really able to get it together over time and find some holes within that 49ers defense, and they were able to make some big plays. But the biggest takeaway from this game, from the San Francisco side of things, is all of the plethora of miscues that the 49ers made throughout the tenure of the ball game. And you can't afford to make countless mistakes against a team coming off back-to-back losses in desperation territory like Seattle was in a game at home. And the crazy thing is, you're in front of the fans at LEVI Stadium, where the 49ers have now lost 6 consecutive games inside the unfriendly confines of LEVI Stadium. Before we continue to break this game down, this is what I want you to do, Niner gang. Let this video, let this postgame show be a therapy session for all of you. We're looking at back-to-back losses with this football team right now. Give me your one-word reaction to today's game. For me, it's pretty easy what my one-word reaction is. It is so frustrating to see a team that has one of the premier offensive coaches in the National Football League with Kyle Shanahan. There is high-end talent, offensively and defensively, littered across this roster, make massive mistakes in a game that you really had to have, especially in a gauntlet of a division in the NFC West, where every single week is critical. Especially considering when you look at the landscape of the NFC West, you see the Cardinals go on the road at SoFi Stadium against the Rams and come through with a win, and now you're tied for last place with the Seahawks at 2-2 in this division. I talk about some of those mistakes. You can't have these against a Russell Wilson-led team, against a team coming off back-to-back losses in probably the most physical rivalry across the NFL. Early on, you had a Mitch Wishnowsky missed field goal. He was the place kicker today because Robbie Gould was out with a groin injury. So that's 3 points right there. Trenton Cannon on a kick return fumbled the football twice, gave it up to Seattle. They score a touchdown. That's 7 points, 10 combined points right there. Then later on, Wishnowsky misses an extra point. That's 11 combined points. And you can't do that against Russell Wilson. You had an opportunity early in this game after Jimmy Garoppolo led the offense down the field on their first offensive possession to score 7 points, to go up 10, to take a commanding lead over the Seahawks and really establish momentum over a Seahawks offense that didn't do jack shit up to that point. But when you let Russell Wilson hang around, he's going to come back and he's going to make you pay for those mistakes. We do have some 49ers injuries to get to. Trey Lance played the entire second half as the quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's offense because Jimmy Garoppolo did not return after halftime. dealing with a calf injury. Now, we are recording this right after the final buzzer of Seahawks 49ers. The initial diagnosis right now is a calf injury. As soon as we discover more about Garoppolo's injury, we will be sure to keep you updated. Right now, we know it is a calf injury for Jimmy Garoppolo. Also late in this game, Jalen Moore, the rookie fifth-round pick offensive tackle out of Western Michigan, had to replace Trent Williams because Trent Williams went out with an elbow injury. Not sure the severity of that injury for Trent Williams, who is the highest-paid left tackle in the NFL, but he did get carted off the field. Trent Williams, during the course of this ball game, also had to leave at one point because he was cramping, got an IV, came back, but then injured his elbow late. It was one of those weird plays where it kind of looked like an elbow overextension. Don't want to kind of guess on what that injury is, but he was in a lot of pain, and Trent Williams, not with the 49ers at the end of this ball game, had to get carted off with that elbow injury. Let's get to Trey Lance now as well, who played really just okay. He was very sporadic throughout this ball game. Finished the day 9 of 18 for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of the touchdowns he threw was to Deebo Samuel. It went for 76 yards. It's not like he dropped a dime in the bucket. It was a complete miscommunication on the back end between Jamal Adams and another member in that secondary, which allowed Deebo Samuel to be wide open, and Lance just had to put the ball on him. But for me, Lance played better as the game progressed, but he didn't look like a guy who's ready to be the starting quarterback for a playoff-ready squad. And I know I said throughout the week on the channel, I want to see Trey Lance play more because I think he adds a different dynamic to this offense. He makes them less predictable. He makes them more explosive because of his ability to run the football and pass it. His arm strength, his running ability, his athleticism is simply something that he possesses that Jimmy Garoppolo does not. But it became very, very clear that Lance is not ready to play as the starter, slow to go through his progressions. His accuracy was really, really sporadic. That's something to monitor moving forward as Jimmy Garoppolo, who obviously deals with a lot of health issues, isn't able to go next week. As for Russell Wilson, able to carve up the secondary at moments throughout this game, finishes the day with a stat line that doesn't jump off the page at you. 16 to 23, 149 yards with 3 total touchdowns. Really, though, it was classic vintage Russell Wilson, where there were a bunch of back-breaking plays, rollouts on busted coverages that went for large chunks. There was a touchdown pass that he made to Swain, where it looked as though he was going to get bottled up, twisted out of the sack, rolled right, and threw a ridiculous pass. How many times as Niner fans have we seen Russell Wilson make plays like that? That is what he did against the 49ers in desperation territory to come through with a massive, massive win. Back-to-back weeks against great quarterbacks. That's what you saw for this Niners defense. They made some strides from last week against the Green Bay Packers, where there were coverage breakdowns throughout the entire night. They were much better against Seattle, but Seattle, from a passing attack standpoint, isn't what the Packers are. But what you saw, Aaron Rodgers, 37 seconds left last week, drives the team right down the field, game-winning field goal at the buzzer. In big situations, Russell Wilson rising up to the occasion to come through to make plays for his team in a must-win situation. How concerned are you with the Niners right now sitting even at 2-2 through 4 games, going into Sunday Night Football next week against the Indianapolis Colts? Scale it for me in the comment section down below from 1 to 10, 1 being not concerned at all, 10 being very concerned. Get those votes in right now. Today's 49ers Report is powered to you and powered by our friends at Manscaped. These are the best men's grooming products out there on the market today, and they are the official men's grooming product sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers, and you can get 20% off and free shipping by using that link, manscaped.com/49ers, and entering the promo code 49ers. If you use the brand new Lawnmower 4.0, which has 4 interchangeable blades, a battery life that lasts forever, a light so that you can see what you're doing downstairs, on your chest, on your back. It is the complete and best men's grooming product tool, and you can get 20% off and free shipping by simply plugging in that link, manscaped.com/49ers. Enter that promo code 49ers for that deal on the best men's grooming products out there. I'll be sure to put that link in the description as well as the comment section of this video. We continue to move forward during this 49ers postgame show, and I really just want to hit quickly on some of my other nuggets that I had jotted down here. Deebo Samuel continues his ascension as one of the best playmaking wide receivers in the league. 2 more touchdowns today. He is the Yak King. 8 receptions for 156 yards. I thought he was really, really good. Had that 76-yard touchdown play from Trey Lance, which was really broken coverage on the back end for Seattle. But Deebo Samuel, throughout the first 4 weeks of the season, has been one of the best wide receivers in the game. Trey Sermon, rookie third-round pick out of Ohio State, got his second consecutive start in place of Elijah Mitchell, who missed his second consecutive game with that shoulder injury. He was good. He ran with power. He ran with focus. He identified holes very, very quickly, and he ran with some authority, and that's what you look for from a third-round pick. 19 carries for 89 yards. You're finally seeing, I think, the game slowed down for Trey Sermon. It certainly did so today for the third-round pick out of Ohio State. Grade the 49ers' performance against the Seattle Seahawks for me in the comment section right now. A, B, C, D, or F. It's certainly not an A. It's definitely not a B. I might go C-, maybe even D. There is nothing more that frustrates me than just making avoidable mistakes and shooting yourself in the foot, especially against a desperate team. And that's what the Niners did this week. They did that at times last week. You can't have it because that's how losses start to pile up. Some good news to take away, in addition from Deebo, in addition to Trey Sermon. It's been the play of Nick Bosa, who came forward with his 4th sack today, as well as Dee Ford. 2 sacks, both of which came in the first half, 3 tackles on the day, 1 tackle for loss. If you're looking for positive signs as we continue to move forward, it's been the play of Dee Ford coming off the neck and back injuries, as well as Nick Bosa coming off the torn ACL. I have made it known that this secondary is in a problematic situation. Drake Kirkpatrick had to play today a lot of snaps. He was unsigned a few weeks ago for a reason. Emmanuel Mosley played all-star football today. Credit to him. But this Niners secondary is very, very thin. But if Dee Ford, as well as Nick Bosa, can generate some pressure on the quarterback and get some type of pass rush going, and not allow opposing quarterbacks to pick them apart through the air, that kind of covers up for the lack of depth in that secondary. So Nick Bosa, Dee Ford, positive signs coming out of this game as they continue to wreak havoc coming off the edge. To round all of this out, during our post-game show, 49ers go to 2-2 on the season through 4 weeks, going down to the Seattle Seahawks 28-21. Trey Lance played extended action for his first time, coming in for Jimmy Garoppolo, who went down with the strained calf. Niners just made way too many mistakes to win this ball game today, and that's why they're going home with an L, dropping their 5th consecutive game at Levi Stadium. Before I get out of here, do want to pose this question for you. Who do you blame most for the 49ers loss? Drop me a name, drop me some names in the comment section down below. Again, let this be your therapy session to just kind of vent here in the comment section. And before we get out of here, during our live watch party, we reached almost 42,000 subscribers. We're a few hundred away, but we were able to welcome in about 500 new people on the 49ers Report to the channel. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below for the best 49ers coverage here on YouTube. All right, as we're still live here, who do you blame most for the 49ers loss? Jonathan going with Kyle. D-Money going with Kyle Shanahan. Marshawn saying Kyle Shanahan as well. The offense from Alfredo. Mitch Wishnowski from Niento Gaming. Kyle is the reason. Horrible coaching from Larry Copeland. Kyle Shanahan from Michael Medley. Adam Perry saying
Keep it locked
Jimmy
as we break down this loss.
D-Money. Really at full. I'm going to give you kind of my keys to
Kyle
the game.
Shanahan,
Some of these performances.
thank you for the
and give me my
therapy
thoughts.
session, Chase,
all of
from
that coming
Gaming
your
with
way
Nate
right
25
now on the 49ers
Thank you to
Report
all
by
of you
Chat
for
Sports.
continuing
to tune in and letting me kind of vent out my frustrations and my analysis. 49ers female organization from the Seahawks. Get out of here with that. Kyle in the O-line from Aztec Pride X3. King Voss saying Jed Dork. Thanks to all of you for getting those names in the comment section down below. We're about to head out of here in just a few moments. Appreciate all of you who did tune in today. Bad loss for San Francisco because of the countless mistakes that they made throughout this ball game EBC saying the secondary is most to blame. Also saying Dre Kirkpatrick, go Seahawks from Taj Hibbard. Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson was doing some vintage Russell Wilson stuff out there. We about to dip out of here? All right. To all of you who tuned in throughout the day, thank you so much. For those of you who haven't subscribed and are still tuned in, I mean, why'd you wait around this long if you haven't subscribed? So subscribe to the channel right now for the best 49ers coverage on the internet that is both informative and entertaining. I'm about to dip out of here. I can't wait to watch Buccaneers Patriots on Sunday Night Football. I'm about to upload our 49ers postgame show, so if you're just tuning in and haven't tuned into that and didn't see it, it's coming up here in just a bit.